Floor is yours.
This is the Burn It Down NASCAR podcast, post Richmond. An interesting race.
Yeah.
Ty Dillon wins it. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He won it. No, he's not in the playoffs. But he won it. He's not in the playoffs. I think that's a lower shit. I'm sorry. I'm hillbillyology here. I like what he did. I don't care. That's what I want to see. Whatever it takes. Don't block me. Don't get in front of me. And if you piss me off, I'm going to take you out too.
NASCAR's.
And then for
Go ahead.
two guys, I remember at Darlington not very long ago, Joey did the same thing to Willie B. How many times has Hamlin done the same thing to Kyle Larson? But those two cried like they were pure as snow. F you to both of you.
Yep.
You are on the receiving end of the same BS that you hand out, but now you can't handle it?
Nope. They cried. Right. They cried so hard NASCAR had to give in. I don't understand because they cited. Let me go read the stupid rule. They cited in the NASCAR rule book. Races must be unencumbered by violations of the NASCAR rules or action detrimental to stock car auto racing and determined by sole discretion of NASCAR. There's something about, I read the rule, there's something about like nothing, they can't do something egregious in the last lap type shit. I don't know what it was. And how many times have everybody done that?
I mean, clear back to Earnhardt rattling Labonte's cage at Bristol. That's what made people watch the races.
Okay. The rule book, which deals with the playoff eligibility, states races must be unencumbered by violations of the NASCAR rules. So you're telling me Joey Logano putting William Byron into the wall last lap of Darlington wasn't violation. Denny Hamlin last year putting Kyle Larson into the wall wasn't encumbered. Like, don't bullshit. There's these last lap hits are a part of NASCAR. Always has been.
That's what made him famous.
I don't understand. We could probably go back to, let's say, the last 10 years. How many times does someone fendered somebody, egregiously tapped, I don't give a shit, touched them to pass them on the last lap to win? How many times?
Now,
10, 20, 30 times?
Every little one like this from this point forward? It blows me away that they did this. You know, if you want to make everybody feel good, lighten his wallet a little bit and say, hey, mind your P's. I don't care. What Joey Logano did in the pits was by far more dangerous than what Austin Dillon did on the track.
Yeah, he got a $50,000 fine.
Yeah, and it should have been a whole ton more.
Yeah, no points, no nothing. Yeah. Because did you see his in-car footage where it scared everybody on there's women in front of him and kids?
Children, everybody.
Yeah.
To me, that was far worse than anything.
Yeah, he put innocent people in danger. Austin Dillon, he just went for the race win. I'm sorry, that's racing. And he did not left hook Denny. He was correcting his car and Denny came up. I'm sorry, he didn't left hook.
I agree.
Denny cried like a stuffed pig.
He chased down Logano, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
It's for the win. So I don't understand. Like, where's the line with NASCAR? So now I can't bump and run?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I guess
that's not racing. Rubbing's racing. Sorry.
And you're Denny, and that's okay.
Yeah. I actually was thinking about it because Because, like, I'm like, man, I'd be pissed if Bubba Wallace did that. And they're like, no, I would actually respect him if he did it. But it's more who it happened to, because they've done it. See, if Bubba were to do that to let's say Joey, and did the same thing, it would be fair game. Nothing would have happened.
No.
But like I said,
look what Bubba did to Larson at Vegas last year.
Yeah, but he got a suspension for it.
There was no problem with it until he started swinging at him.
Yeah.
That's what he got in trouble. It wasn't the wreck. It wasn't. It was the constant throwing him against a wrecked car.
Yeah.
And hitting him.
Yeah.
That's what Bubba got in trouble for.
Yeah.
It wasn't the hooking him and putting him in the wall at all.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm with you. I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know what to think. I don't know what, it's like we're back to the NASCAR rule book is nothing but a damn Etch-a-Sketch.
You might as well just go out there with bubble wrap on your cars and just run 5 miles an hour.
Nerf bars all the way around like a go-kart.
Yeah, I was happy to see it happen. I was excited to see it happen, but also it's who it happened to, because they raced that way. Now, if that were to happen to Kyle, let's say Kyle Larson and let's say Chase Elliott were in the front and that happened to them, then we have a problem because they don't race that way. But I also would respect the bump and run. So I'd be pissed because those are my top drivers or whatever. But I would respect it. But the more I thought about it, like, no, that's racing. Because I thought about, like, what if it was other drivers who would do it? No, that's racing. That's how it is.
It's how it's always been.
And now, now I'd be afraid if I was the driver. I'm like, man, what if I bump him and Well, another one I saw too is Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth years ago. That whole feud. Same thing. You egregiously bumped somebody, crashed them, wrecked them, and gone. Joey Logano and Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer. Same thing.
I remember Kurt Busch and Craven crashing to the line.
Yeah.
That's what made NASCAR what NASCAR is. Not only finishing the race, but doing anything and everything, whatever it takes to get it done. Period. And if you want to get out of the car and have a fist fight in the pits afterwards, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, NASCAR officiating or higher up, for one, people like Denny have too much of a voice to bitch and moan and complain, to where NASCAR has to do something, because he went on his little podcast and goes, I'm going to tell Bubba, do what you can, wreck everybody you can to win now. So I think that's why they did it, because it's going to put other people in danger wrecking their cars.
Wreck them first.
I don't see a problem with what happened.
I don't either.
The aftermath is where the problem should be. The fact that he's not in the playoffs is
stupid. They're going to let him keep the win, but he's not in the playoffs. How much sense does that make?
If I was Childress, I'd be like, you know what? I'm done after this year. I'm pulling out. I'm done. I'm done supporting this shit sport till they fix it from the ground up.
You know who's laughing his ass off right now? That's Tony Stewart.
Yeah. Yep.
He's
like, how many times has Tony Stewart been in those scenarios? He's one of the most bullheaded people, and he's done it. And he's done it purposely. He'll come out and says, "Yeah, I tried to rattle his cage."
Well, it's
what he did at his last win. That was his last win, I think he did. I was just trying to rattle his cage.
Yeah.
That's his quote he did.
Out of California, Napa Valley, Sonoma. He came right out and said, anybody blocks me, I will run their asses right straight over and then back up over them again. He said, don't block me. I will run you over.
Yep. And that's
NASCAR.
Not now. Not now.
It's what it used to be. Well, the thing is, they got these highly expensive single vendor, can't make your own parts.
These cars are supposed to be cheaper. In the long run, they're supposed to be cheaper, right? So more people can get into the sport. But they're actually more expensive.
How's that working out? Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't see it because I was doing things today. I didn't see it till I got home, and
Well, I was checking all day, and nothing, and literally probably an hour ago, they came out with that penalty.
So I wasn't late to that show.
It literally came out like an hour ago.
It's like, and then only 50. Like I said, I think what Joey Logano did was by far worse. The people's lives what if one of those tires would have blown with all them people standing around? All the shrapnel that would have come and hit people. It's just like, that to me was a lot worse. But that's my opinion. Can't stay mad about it forever because NASCAR is going to do something this week that's going to make us mad too. So I just don't get it. And Austin Dillon wins the race. At least that's what it says right there. But I guess he didn't because he's not in the play.
I tell you right now, he gained so many fans. Austin Dillon, he gained so many fans. Did you see all the booing? Like when Joey came out and started, yo, that's some chicken shit. The whole place booed Joey. And I usually like Joey. I'm a Joey fan for the most part. But crying like that.
Feelings hurt.
Yeah. Yep. Denny I don't like Denny at all, but
no. Just to put a bow on it, I hope to hell that Richard Childress appeals this.
Oh, he's going to. He is. He's going to have to. Because the commission...
He's got to.
And then let the commission do it, because that's out of NASCAR's hands then.
Well, and his argument's going to be perfect. How can you give him the win? Let that stand. He's putting the trophy in his closet, but he's not in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Well, what is this? He'll win this. I think he'll win this.
Well, he'll come out with... Well, it's going to come back as like... He's going to show all past examples of bump and runs. It's part of... Yeah. He's gonna, this is part of NASCAR, especially with those two. It just... So, and... It wasn't the egregious Chase Elliott hook to Denny Hamlin like that was. This was just a racing incident. They were both just going, and it just so happens Denny was coming up, Austin was coming down, and that's just the way it happened. Yeah, the telemetry data may even show that he went that, but he's trying to correct his car. Hello. He even said that.
I saw telemetry images of both tracks of those cars. There's no major wobble on Dillon's part. It's a solid.
Yeah, he was correcting his car. He even came out and explained he went the fifth gear into that last turn, knowing he was going to try to hit Joey. And when he did, he went to fourth gear, which made him lose control a little bit of grip, and then he went his full force towards the line. And then that's when he hit Denny was coming up because he, that's the line. And they just collided. It's just the chance of it. Childress, I think, has a good chance of appealing, and I still think he'll get fined. But he should be in the playoffs. He should be the points. But he's definitely gonna appeal. I'd be surprised if because it's out of NASCAR's hands. It's in a tribunal, separate group of people.
Yeah, I know. It's board commissioners or something that are independent from NASCAR. I know.
So hopefully he wins it, and just a big F you back to NASCAR. Now,
and Denny and Logano.
Yeah.
And let's be honest here. If they do put him in the playoffs, he ain't going to make it out of the first round. We all know that.
I just want it there because it's going to put Bubba even further down, which is Denny's driver.
It'll put him 3 points above the cut line. Because I looked at that this morning as it stood with Dillon being awarded the win. Bubba would have been 3 points above the cut line.
Oh yeah, he is. He is right now. Yeah.
So anyway, let's finish it off. Again, Dillon is awarded the win. 2nd through 10th, you got Hamlin, Reddick, Bubba, Chastain, Bell, Larson, Hocevar, Elliott, and Suarez. Hey, Suarez actually was a little bit racy Sunday.
I think this new tire combo, they got going on.
That's it, and we're going to talk about that. The there's a reason why he was. It was strategy in that tire. Notables, we had Blaney in 11th, Kyle Busch 12th, Byron, Keselowski down in 16th, Busher, who's another player, is 18th. Gibbs way down in 22nd, and Bowman 28th. Oh, let's see here. Of course, Truex blew a motor on lap 250. He's dead last, and Stenhouse is kind of what started all this bullshit with his accident on lap 397. Ended up finishing 36. So that's that. As far as the regular season as it stands right now, is that right? Tyler Reddick's in second place now? Says regular season.
Yeah, only by 1 point.
Yeah, Chase is only one behind him. Hamlin, Blaney, Bell, Byron, Truex, Keselowski, and Bowman. That's your top 10 on that. And as far as the playoffs, which I hope by the time we talk next week, this will be all changed up. But top 12 have wins, and the top 5 have multiple wins, and that's Larson, Ham, Bell, Byron, Blaney, and then with single wins is Reddick, Elliott, Keselowski, Bowman, Logano, Suarez, and Austin Cindric. As it charts right now, Truex is 78 above the line. Ty Gibbs is 18 above the line. Bubba Wallace is 3. Oh, Bubba would have been 3 below if Austin would have been awarded the win, I think is what I saw. He would have been below. And then you got Busher and Chastain, who are tied. So that is that. I got you again in fantasy. I'm starting to use my heavy hitters now. I got 3 weeks left. I got to do something. But I got you by 37. Where are you at national now?
Probably drop. I probably drop with Wade Truex.
I'm at 20. I'm at 25,000.
I was top 5,000. Now I'm 9,500.
You're still in the top 10,000. That's still admirable. But I'm catching you. I'm chipping away.
I was top 5,000. If I even took Truex, and I'm like, man, because Byron was a lap down. I'm like, you know what? I'll swap them. Bad idea.
I had
for Busher.
I know I had Josh Berry in the garage, and I don't know why I had a feeling about that, but I left him, and I should have pulled him out and put him in for Mr. Truex. So my crystal ball wasn't working. All right. TV ratings were down. Got a 1.2 for a Sunday night race. That's pretty sad. But they did outpace the Olympics closing ceremonies. They had to announce that. Oh. Eric Jones signs a multi-deal with Jimmy Johnson, so he's coming back. I don't. That's all old news. That pretty much. Oh, Bruce Schlechter, he departs Call of Racing. He was crew chief for Shane Van Gisbergen, and he just up and quit. Kevin Walter, whoever that is, I'd have to Google him, is to crew chief him, Shane now. Huh. Our old buddy Jim's bringing Wings Etc. to Michigan on a car.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, he usually does that.
Usually
He
does
did do it
Indy.
at Indianapolis, yeah. In the Xfinity race.
Well, apparently are
Who's
the
he gonna?
official wings of NASCAR.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
So that's their
Haven't
slogan, which I don't think they are.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Jim in a while. Who's the driver of that car? Jeremy. Is that Jeremy Clements? Is that who's going to be driving it?
I don't know.
I think so. Number 51 car. Yep, Jeremy Clements. So, that'd be interesting. Driving a Camaro. Do. Nothing else really earth-shattering. Not that the Austin Dillon situation wasn't, but that's that. The only other thing I really want to talk about is that tire thing. I can't remember what they call that now. The primary tire and
Option? Was it option tire?
yeah, I think it was the option tire, which was the red tire. I was impressed
I like it.
because it made Daniel Suarez got fast and he could hold it once the tire wore out. He was staying up with the dudes on the primary tire.
Yeah.
And as we saw, it got him a top 10 or yeah, it was top. He was 10th. So I like it. I mean, for the short tracks, give him the option.
The thing is, they only had two of the option, 5 of the primary. So like they had,
Two sets.
two sets.
Two sets.
Why? Give them 5 sets. Give them equal amount of sets and let them decide.
Yeah. You wanted the primary and how many you wanted the optional. But I think NASCAR World went to school on that because he was amazingly fast on those tires for about 25, 30 laps. And then they leveled off.
Yeah.
But the thing is once they leveled off, he wasn't any slower than the cars on the primaries. He just basically came back down to their level.
Yeah, it was faster for a long or short period of time than leveled. The other ones were more durable and lasted longer.
Yeah, but he was able to stay out just as long as they were.
Yeah, but they didn't.
When they got on the same pits.
Yeah, but he couldn't keep up the speed.
Yeah, but the positions.
He did. Yeah, he ran through the field.
He ran through that field, and that's what I liked about it. And you're right. Once he leveled off, he started drifting back a little, but it wasn't massive.
Is Michigan have this option, or is that only like short track?
I think it's only on short tracks. I could be wrong.
Why? Give him the chance. Like why? Let them have the options of these tires. If that's what's gonna make these cars be able to pass each other. Let them have those options.
Goodyear notes. Let's see what they got to say.
I doubt it. I bet you it's for short tracks only.
It says tire will be the Goodyear 18-inch Speedway radials. 1 set for practice, 1 for qualifying, 7 for the race.
Yeah, see, 7.
6 sets plus 1 set transferred from qualifying. So yeah, they don't have don't have a choice. They don't have the choice. But I'm wondering if maybe when they get to Darlington, if they'll put that option back on the table again.
Yeah, it'll probably be on all short tracks.
But I liked it. I was totally impressed. And I kept thinking when watching that, when he took off and just sliced right through the field, I was like, yeah, you watch when those things level off, he's going to drop just as fast as what he came up. And he didn't. He may have lost 2-3 positions after he leveled off, but it was nothing. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'll take that trade.
Yeah.
Next time at Richmond, I want all 7 sets of those.
Yeah.
I don't want the hard compound.
Well, if the thing
But
is, if everybody ran that soft compound tire and ran a normal race, would the racing be racing, or would they all be still stuck with, running behind each other one by one, can't pass? That's what I'm wondering. If they all race that, would they be able to shuffle and pass and whatnot?
it'd be interesting to find out. I mean, why not? Let them try it. Uh, to me, it made, now, again, it's a very good question. What if everybody was on those tires? What would the racing have been like? I got a feeling it'd have been much more exciting. Now, would they have all kept up with one another, or would there have been more wrecking? I don't know. But hell, like I said, I was cheering for him when I noticed he was coming up. I mean, he was passing 3-4 cars a lap. It's like, wow, look at him go. All right, we're going to Michigan. Your good guys there with top tens. You got Truex and Busch with 8 apiece. Elliott, Blaney, Hamlin with 7 apiece. Keselowski and Logano with 6 apiece. Larson's had 5. He's also had a win. Jones, Bowman, Dillon. Hey, this is not a bad track for him. He's had a top 5.
Yeah, watch him go back and
10.
win this, and it wouldn't.
Take my win away from me, bitches. Watch this. Average finish. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my goodness. Truex has been the best. Him, Hamlin. Average finish for Truex is 6.5. Hamlin 6.8. Larson's a 9.8. Everyone else is 10 or above. Being Gibbs, 2 races. He's had a top 10. Average finish of 10th. So he'd be a good person to put in the garage just in case. Kyle Busch, Blaney, Keselowski, Elliott, Logano, and Busch are all round out. A lot of Fords in there. And that, I mean, as bad as they've been this year, they were that much worse last year. So, I don't know. I don't even want to do Dark Horse anymore because it's no fun. It is, and it's like, really.
Jeff Gluck just tweeted RCR will be appealing the ruling.
Of course.
This may not be over yet. No shit. Yeah, Richard Childress just tweeted out. Richard Childress Racing is very disappointed in NASCAR's penalty against the number 3 team. We do not agree with the decision that was made and plan to appeal.
Yeah, It's all you got to do is take in about a 15-minute presentation.
Oh, I'm sure they had it ready. They have it ready. They're scrubbing everything.
Yeah, but just put it up and say, how come these guys didn't get the same treatment? How come they were awarded their wins or their points, or, they weren't kicked out of the playoffs? What's the difference? And you just start with Logano kicking Byron, Hamlin kicking Larson. Go right on down the list. Go all the way back to Earnhardt and Terry Labonte if you want to. You could make a whole hit list of what. Don't get me started again. I was starting to get over it. Oh, man. All right, who you going for the win?
You know what? Kyle Busch. I'm going to keep saying him until he wins.
Well, and I'm going to, at least till the playoffs are over, I'm going to keep saying Truex. Just, it's a swan song year. I want to see him go out with, at least in the playoffs, legitimately, with a win, locked in. Because there's only 3 of them right now. Well, 4. But I firmly believe Austin will be reinstated. So 3 races to go, and realistically, I think there's only going to be 3 more spots available for winners. I think it's going to be Truex, Busch, And I still believe in Ty Gibbs. I still believe he can pull one out. And a track Michigan is a track where he can do it. If his motor doesn't break, that's the other thing. Have you noticed how many 3 races in a row now Toyota has broke? It's like something going on there, boys. TRD better get this one figured out. And it's not been consistent, but it's been every race for 3. I think it's 3 straight races now. A Toyota motor has broke. So that is about all I got. Next week's going to be interesting because I'm going to be doing this show, hopefully, in a room right next to you.
Or right next. Right next. You can do it right next to it.
On my laptop. So that'll be fun. Do an in studio. Maybe just bring my mic and set us both up on the same camera and we can go at it.
Yeah.
So anyhow, anybody, Michigan this week. And that does it for me. Everybody have a good week. See you after Michigan.